Africa is a continent that is richly endowed with vast minerals that have shaped its history, economies, and geopolitical importance for centuries. So, from the gold of Ghana and, of course, South Africa to the copper of Zambia and the cobalt of the Democratic Republic of Congo, the continent holds some of the world's most sought after minerals. These resources are essential for modern industries, that is, powering everything from smartphones and electric vehicles to renewable energy systems. Despite this immense wealth that Africa has, it has suffered or faced a lot of paradox of being resource rich yet economically disadvantaged. The extraction and export of raw minerals have often benefited foreign investors, of course, more than the local populations, leaving African nations dependent on volatile commodity markets and vulnerable to exploitation. Today we are looking at Africa's minerals. In looking at the overview of the minerals that Africa has, we are also looking at the people that profits from those minerals. And also we also want to compare the minerals of Africa to that of other continents like Asia, North America, South, and so on. Then there's also a global race for Africa's minerals, which we need to be aware of. But on the last topic, Africa is not just sitting idle. They are also, or rather, we are also realigning ourselves to retain the minerals that we have as a continent. So let's dive in with an overview of Africa's minerals. So we want to explore what minerals exist in Africa.
Well, if we're going to talk in the context of an overview of Africa's minerals, here's what I would say, and this is factual based on the research from UNZA, Ministry of Mines, and everywhere. In Africa, Africa is the only continent, rather, that you can find any mineral that exists on this planet. From gold to platinum, all these minerals exist on my continent, which is Africa. Gold, copper, zinc, platinum, palladium, uranium, all of these things. Zinc.
There's one that
manganese.
There's one that I learned recently. I didn't know there was such a mineral as bauxite.
Yes, it is there, bauxite.
It's like, okay.
It's also in Africa. Cobalt is in Africa. So when you talk about the overview of Africa's minerals, what I can say is Africa has every mineral that exists on this planet is found here. And not found here in microscopic doses where you have to get the microscope to see some millimeter of micromillimeters. No, in the largest chunks on this planet, the largest chunks of every metal, from insignificant to absolutely precious, from the dullest to the shiniest, from the cheapest to the most expensive.
Wow.
They are here in Africa. The problem is the native Africans. By native Africans, I mean Black Africans. We've got a lot of Africans. I mean, it's a huge continent. And personally, I welcome anybody as long as you are for Africa, you're with me. If you're not for Africa, you can go wherever you came from. But native Africans, people have got this nice chocolate color, like me.
Chocolate.
Yes. They do not know that these things exist.
Yeah.
So if we're going to talk about an overview, we also have to add that, because I can't tell you how many people I've had to, speak to and say, do you know that in Zambia we've got diamond? They're like, no, diamond in Zambia. And I'm like, yeah, it's right there. It's what First Quantum is trying to deal with.
Yeah.
And you can go and tell them manganese, you can tell them about gemstones like emeralds, amethyst, sugilite. They don't know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But as an overview, we have these things. And I'm hoping we get to a point where each and every one of us knows what we have, its value, and how we can process it.
Yeah. Yeah, because most processing is mostly done outside. Yeah. But then if we were to go look at the precious ones like gold, diamonds, which continent has the most? And if you were to compare with, for example, other regions. So take for example, I don't know if gold is mostly found in South Africa. I don't know. So if you were to compare it to other global regions, would you say gold is mostly found here? Or so in terms of gold, which country?
Here is the thing. And I'm going to try to speak a bit historical and try to bring it to the present. So I'm going to speak maybe past continuous to present, right? Africa has always had the highest number of mineral deposits. For example, gold. We've got gold in Ghana, we've got gold in Mali, we've got gold in Burkina Faso. Shout out Traore, well done, young man. We've got gold even in Zambia. Right now. Even in, we bought it about it, but I digress. Even in Zambia, we've got gold. Recently, they just found in the Congo basin, like in the middle, because Congo is on like the equatorial rainforest, that line, the equator. Yeah, it's great for geography. That area, they found a gold deposits of about $30 trillion in the DRC.
Yeah, that is gold.
Gold. Oh, wow. And we're just talking about gold right now. Okay. Compared to any other, we're trying to compare, right? With any other regions. Compared to any other regions, Africa has the highest number of gold deposits. They found also in Uganda coming to about 10 trillion gold deposit. Here in Zambia, we are finding gold everywhere. Our Luapula province sits on a gold plate. We have gold in our Copperbelt province and Northern province, but they're just discovering it. When it comes to diamonds, Botswana should be number one in terms of diamonds. We've got diamonds in Zambia, we've got diamonds in Angola. No one can even compare. When it comes to platinum, South Africa is number one on earth. When we come, since we are living in the present day when we talk about electric cars and all this, right? There's need to mine cobalt and lead. DRC is number one in cobalt. So any mineral, we talk of copper, the only country that competes with my beautiful Zambia in terms of copper manufacturing and production is Chile. And those numbers are still questionable. So we produce the highest number of copper throughout the world.
If they are questionable, it means there could be possibilities.
It's some white people nonsense. And this leads to my point. You find that in every aspect, when you talk about resources that Africa has, right? Africa is number one, is in the top 5. And normally they try to mess with the numbers.
I see.
And the reason they do that is because if Africans get to know this is what we have, this is what we deal with, we get to get emancipated from the use and the need of European powers. Mambala ba IMF abampere nkongo tambuesha. That's why mzima wa Zimbabwe na sai sura fe chilimbo kubweshe ndarama.
From Namibia.
Yes, she just opened the chilimba and said, "Get your money back."
Is that what she did?
Nah, I just think it's what she did. But you understand, right? Historically, when explorers came, I'll give an example of this country, right? When explorers came, they knew where these deposits were. That's why from 1964, we're getting to hear now about the gold rush in Zambia, which is there, the diamond rush in Zambia, which is there, the manganese rush, the sugilite rush, because we didn't know. Now we are getting to know that we have all these things. And you are finding out to say, okay, this continent has more valuable minerals than anywhere else on earth. If you remove Africa from this planet, right? You have no phones, no computers, no chips, no electronics, because everything that they use comes from here. The only competitors, and I'll be very fair in giving my bias.
Just say competitors according to the white perspective, but if we're to dig into, we can dig a little and find something.
Colonizers, and you know the funny thing, the colonizers isn't even one of the competitors, because the competitors to African minerals, and I'm going to try and put this in like generalize it. Like if we say overall Africa's minerals, the competitors, it's Russia, China.
No wonder Russia doesn't kind of try to come so strongly on these issues.
Yeah, because right now in Africa we have oil. Even here in Zambia, we are finding LPGs.
Oh, wow.
And the only country that would compete, the only regions like in terms of oil, would be the US, because they had, and Russia. But in everything else, like if we say overall oil
US
included,
has got oil.
They've had a lot of oil for a long time. That's how they ended up like surpassing the entire world.
I see.
We've got Russia, China, Canada. Let me just say the North American continent, because of like diamonds and oil. That's the only way they factor in.
I see.
But the only competitors is Russia, China, and Canada.
Yeah.
Like the top 3 competitors to Africa. Yeah. And when I say competitor, I'm not saying like we go head to head. We are number 1. They are like a far-fetched number 2. To give you perspective, if it was a race, Africa finishes first place, then they come in after maybe like 20 minutes to come across the line. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, first of all, let's look at who profits from this. But first of all, I want to start by mentioning some of them, several companies. Okay, first of all, I would say the beneficiaries.
Abaliamo.
Yes.
Abasenda karusangu.
Abasenda.
But wapoka dunku.
So the beneficiaries mostly don't come the way colonizers came. Now it's a different approach. So it would be like a company coming to Zambia in the name of investment. Yeah. So you find that the government itself, the company would say, no, we are coming with, job opportunities for the people, employment, and they'll be paying tax and so on and so forth. But what you come to find out is that those companies will have low tax
incentives.
Yes, that they give to the government. So they will not. They no longer come the way the colonizers came in the 14 to the 1800s. No. They come as companies, but they are representing some regions in their countries where they're taking these raw materials for refinery and, of course, selling us back to the African region. So one of the companies, or rather some of the companies that we have that are operating in Africa mostly, we have there's first of all the famous one in Zambia. They are, what do you call that?
First Quantum
First Quantum Minerals. Is that what they're called? So they are operating in Zambia and Mauritania, as well as just in those 2 regions. Maybe there could be others. And then they are looking mainly in Zambia. Of course, it's copper, because that's what we have the most. And then there's also gold and nickel, probably these in Mauritania.
No.
Maybe even gold in Zambia.
Yeah, a lot, uranium,
but
everything.
This information that we just don't know.
The thing is, that information is there. The Ministry of Mines has this information. The problem is, walk out to the streets and just say, do you know that Twarikwata diamond or Twarikwata nickel or Twarikwata shani? The local people don't, the native Zambians do not know.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening is First Quantum will do their business. But as long as the people don't know,
no. Then we also have the Glencore, who are also operating in Zambia, but they are also found in DRC. The funny thing is that all these companies, their headquarters are way back to their countries. Like the First Quantum, their headquarters is in Canada.
Yes.
We've got the Glencore, whose headquarters is in UK, quite all right, and Switzerland as well.
Yes.
So they are operating in Zambia, DRC, and South Africa. That's the Glencore.
Funny story, if I may interject just a little bit. Funny story about Glencore. Do you know that Glencore, they don't even come here?
Really?
Yeah. Glencore, they are the ones who mine emeralds, normally in Ndola. Most people don't know this, but the whole lot of Ndola sits on an emerald plate.
Oh.
So Glencore hasn't even been coming to Zambia for what?
Okay, so how
But
do
they make
operate?
20 million every month. You know, I said 20 million, I mean net 20 million. They've paid their side chicks, their baby mamas, the Bankongoles, and 20 million just shows up. Bah! They don't even need to come to Zambia.
So how do they operate?
They still have mining contracts. It's basically me, the owner of the company, I'm here, Kumamayos, right?
Yeah.
Then I've got people working in Mazabuka. And whenever they do anything, I don't even need to go there. I don't even need to pay for anything because everything is running and I'm just getting my money.
So they subcontract people to do on their behalf.
The one who taught me this was Mayank. And what people don't understand is, and I'm sure we'll get to that point.
Finish your story.
What people don't understand is most of these mining companies don't even need to be coming here. Like you said, first and foremost, they have like tax incentives. For example, Sentinel, First Quantum. First Quantum has been in the country for a while. They are the ones you find, they were in Kitwe, they are now in Solwezi. They've literally built a town called Kalumbila.
Yeah.
You won't see Kalumbila on ZNBC because the government had nothing to do with Kalumbila. It's First Quantum that ended up. But it's a nice, there's an airport, nice houses.
Really?
The women work to clean the hospital. There is even a school that First Quantum has built for that area. Educo, and under Educo, that school runs under Educo. Educo is the highest possible, how do I put it, academic body that you can deal with on this planet. It's there. All the local people are employed, but you won't see it because it doesn't get any political mileage from these goddamn politicians that we have. But all those companies you see, they will operate in Africa, right? But they won't even bother to come to Africa or like drop something in Africa because of the way they come in, the tax incentives and all this nonsense.
But apart from the tax that they pay, what other things do they contribute to the region? Because they get more than they bring.
That is true.
Yeah. So what other benefits do we get as a country?
Honestly,
probably we could be saying that they take all the materials, right? Maybe there's something that they do that we have not seen, but are busy singing they are taking raw materials.
On that one, I'll speak from my experience. They don't do anything. The last one, and they are still in operation. I grew up in the Copper Belt, the mining areas, so I understand mining very, very well. The last one we had was Anglo-American. And for me, I always give credit to Anglo-American because Anglo-American took the social corporate responsibility part of them very seriously. Their miners were taken care of. When I say taken care of, nakunganda, kwale mabans twalipo katika Mpompo, those were nice big buns. Yeah. Each miner every week would be given a whole tray, and a tray would have like 20 of them. So they would give them like a huge bucket of cocoa, a huge bucket of milk. And then this is why I ended up playing rugby because Anglo-American would sponsor like they built sports centers for the local people. It's how I learned how to play basketball. But Anglo-American built these sports centers where the youths would go and play basketball, they would go and play tennis, they would go and play rugby. Like everything was there. And what
was there for the females? I'm just hearing.
No, there was netball, there was tennis, there was even table tennis.
Really?
Yes, and the mine would sponsor it. Okay. But immediately after Anglo-American left, I think it was replaced by, is it Vedanta? I think Vedanta, if I'm not mistaken. Hell, even our hospital, Konkola Mine Hospital, ask the OGs, they will tell you. We would get patients from UTH, they will be taken all the way to Chilabongo.
Really?
Because the mine had sponsored, like the mine built the hospital and sponsored it.
I'm getting the gist that we have moved from these from being shame to being shameless. Let me explain what I mean.
Please do.
So you've mentioned of the Anglo-American who operated in Zambia as a mining firm, right?
Yes.
So they did all this. What's the term you use? Corporate social responsibility. So they built hospitals, built to kind of. I feel like, they did all those things quite great, but it was just a way of kind of trying to show the people that all these companies are doing this. But meanwhile, what is coming out of what they are getting from the mines is quite great. But just to give you a shallow-minded, or maybe to
blind
you is the better word. They do these all social corporate responsibilities. But now people have even, the ones that are coming, okay, are the ones I'm calling very shameless.
Yes.
Because for them, there is even no social corporate responsibilities
That's true.
that they are living. So like, we're having little to nothing that they are living in
Not
the country.
even little, nothing. I'll be honest with you. And this is why, like I said, I tip my hat off to Anglo-Americans, right? Hansen Mumbai. He was one of the people who got sponsored by the mines. And other people got sponsored by the mines, because the Anglo would come and say, okay, now is this person has finished his grade 12 very well? Let's see how we can help them. Granted, you apply or something, but sometimes they will just come out of recommendation from the school.
I see.
But yes, you are correct. Because the reality is, the time they were doing that, they were paying no tax.
Oh,
you understand? Zero.
Yeah.
So the tax burden now fell on the citizens. But you see, at least they did that. Now, especially after Vedanta, because I remember the elderly who were working in the mines, all those to my benefit, because back in the day now, if you want mealie meal, the mines would stock up mealie meal, and they'll give you like at half the price.
Okay.
So Wunganga Wapwa, your parents would tell you, Kabian pa mine hole. You just go present the mine number, shan. You get your mealie meal, you fill it in, they confirm kudia.
But don't you think all those social corporate, that kind of is what has contributed to where the country is?
Honestly,
because look at this. First of all, sorry to cut you. Look at this. They built hospitals. It could not be everywhere, but they built hospitals that were up to standard. People, as you've mentioned, could be transported from UTH to those facilities. But don't you think that kind of created a laissez-faire attitude in our government?
From what I saw, it created, from my omnivolence, it created a level of greed in government officials.
Okay.
Because people now had a channel. It's like, okay, you get all these tax incentives, you give somebody or something. For the Zambian people, it was beneficial because it wasn't like people were just given for free. The miners would get cut from their salary, but there was that convenience of, I haven't been paid yet. So Kabi and Musende, and instead of for example, I think back then we're getting a 25 kg, I think around maybe like 17 or 23 kwacha, if I'm not mistaken. So instead of getting that bag of mealie meal at 23 kwacha, we'll go get it at like 16 kwacha. You see what I mean? It was a bit more convenient, and it really did help. But like you said, nowadays they're just getting.
Yeah.
And the funny thing, or should I say,
with low, even if there's tax, but it's very low.
There's still ridiculous tax incentives. Me as a businessman, if I miss things that I am owning email,
every day.
Like I've insulted Jesus.
You know.
Meanwhile, all these multi-billion dollar mining firms just get their tax incentives and they okay, they go.
Yeah. Anyway, just to move on, so there is First Quantum, Glencore, Anglo-American, you've mentioned.
Oh yeah.
But in Zambia, we don't have them anymore.
Anglo ni mipera shout out.
Not from me. So the Anglo are now in South Africa, Namibia, Botswana as well.
Diamonds.
I think, diamonds mainly. They are dealing in platinum as well, iron, coal, and copper. Then I think the last that I can mention are the Barrick Gold Corporation.
Barrick Gold, Lumwana.
Yes.
What I find
they are also here?
Yes.
Oh.
Barrick Gold is Lumwana. What I find funny is there isn't much of a difference between Sentinel and Barrick Gold.
Okay.
Because sometimes to get to Sentinel, which is First Quantum, you go through Barrick Gold.
Oh. Okay.
But you hear the name, it says Barrick what?
Barrick Gold.
What do you think they mine?
Gold.
There you go. It's gold in Zambia.
I just didn't know that way. The only companies I've known that do mining, First Quantum, as well as
Mopani.
the Glencore. I've seen somewhere Glencore company.
Yeah.
I don't know about the Mopani. Who are they?
They're in Kitwe.
Who under which company?
I
They
think they're
just got
still. I think that they are under FQM, which is First Quantum.
First Quantum. I see. So, but there are so many companies that are operating, not just in Zambia, but across Africa. Different, those that are dealing with fuel, those that are dealing with other types of minerals that we have in Africa. And they are all taking all these items, all these minerals as raw and taking them for processing in their countries.
Which is bullshit.
Now leaves, yes, our country, or rather our countries, in a very vulnerable state. So apart from these companies that are operating, we still have now the colonizers coming back in a different form. But they have their companies, because those companies are paying something, I believe, in their regions.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, but we still have the colonizers, just in different form. We are not calling them colonizers. We are calling them a different name.
If I may, it's Thomas Sankara who said the colonizer may leave now, but they'll come back in a form of investment.
Yeah, yeah.
Right now, if we're going to say the colonizers come back, it's a broad statement, because the question I ask myself normally is, why don't we have IMF in Singapore? Why don't we have IMF in China? Why don't we have IMF in Russia? No, they're not. So they come here and give you all these loans. That's why I'm giving credit kuri my wako na Namibia wapangire Chirimbawe Shenkongore. It was brilliant. It was brilliant.
What's her name again?
I've forgotten, but she's a Namibian president.
Yeah.
At least there's a woman who can be pointed at.
So back to the global race for Africa's minerals, we've got the Western powers who are coming back, fighting to see which region in Africa can they secure some minerals. Guess the number one.
Like the one they're rushing to?
Yeah, among the Western countries or Western powers.
Hold on. I can assume quickly. After 5 seconds analysis, I've got like 3 competitors.
Okay.
Number 1 would be Nigeria.
No. I mean Western powers that are coming here.
Oh, the ones that are coming back here.
Yes.
Obviously, it has to be maybe between America and UK. So
number 1 is the United States.
Obviously.
They want to maintain this superpowerish thing.
Every empire dies, it's their time to die.
They're also dying. UK is already dead.
Yeah.
So if we are burying, we are at a funeral. France also are coming.
Dead.
They're
you
also
see, France,
coming,
France is actually getting kicked out.
Okay.
Because
From
Ibrahim Traore, France. Mali, France. Ivory Coast, France. Senegal, France.
Yeah.
I think we are, just to say something quickly, as Africa, I love one thing that we are doing now is we've woken up and we've realized we've never needed the world.
Yeah.
We don't need the world. The greatest thing that the white man did is he came and convinced Africans that you are nothing and you have nothing. And we are at that point now. And they did
a very good job.
And absolutely, they should get a distinct, in terms of manipulation, Jesus should give them an A.
No. The level, because one, they just by their skin, they will tell you, I am better.
Yeah.
And their language, you think as if we are operating in heaven. So I think they did a very, I'll just love to find out if there was a sit down and planned to say, okay, so this is how we are going to manipulate these people.
Yes, there was. There is that meeting of the 8 nations, the 6 nations that was done, I think in the 18th century, after Vasco da Gama came through, where it was UK, France, Portugal, America, and I've forgotten the name, at the Council of something.
Okay.
Where they sat down and actually dissected.
Not at the Berlin conference.
I think it's that one.
Where they were dividing the African region. Yeah.
because these guys.
That was in 1884,
yes, that's when this whole thing started. Because these guys came and saw the value of what we have.
But I'm getting the illusion that this whole plan could have started way back. Remember, we were listening to something to that guy. Is it something Reno Walker? He's in England, a black guy. That one who was talking about the moors.
Oh,
so he mentioned something like the whites came to rise to power because of how they've suffered.
Here's the other thing that
something like that. I don't remember exactly.
I'll try to be fair to Europeans. When I say Europeans, I don't mean niggers who are in Europe. I mean indigenous Europeans. Indigenous Europeans endured constant attacks by the Muslims. So by the time they actually gathered themselves together, built up armies, the Knights Templars, when they endured that, because for them that kept on coming from because Africa was also brutalized by the Muslims in the 8th century. They kept on enduring attacks from the 19th century to up to somewhere around the 14th century.
Yeah.
So when they started coming up, they conquered, they defended themselves very well against the Muslims, and they pushed that religion right back to the squalor where it belongs. They realized, okay, now we are the ones here. Okay? Now we are the ones who have the power. And then they started exploring. Because part of why Christopher Columbus, it's Christopher, right?
Yeah, the one who sailed from...
Yeah. Part of the reasons he went there was because historically, the Muslims and the Moors, remember they conquered Spain, they started trying to get into Portugal. So he crossed the other side to see if he can find other people who can help him fight.
Oh.
When they reach that point, they get to realize, okay, we can explore, we can chant. That's why the whole history of white people was rewritten from the 1800s
coming down
now.
Yeah.
That's why if you just search a little bit harder, you'll find the actual true history of Africans. It's why I had to add an interesting conversation.
Sorry, let me cut you. This is what baffles me. Like I am always wondering, where is the history between, at least we can talk of from the 1100 to the time the Portuguese landed in Africa in the 15 or 1400. That part is all missing. Our African history only begins when the Europeans landed, or the Portuguese, who were the first settlers in Africa.
I may have an answer to that. Because I will put it this way to those who are listening. Look at what happened to the great empire of Ghana. Look at what happened to the great city of Zimbabwe. Look at what happened to the great war of Benin. When Britain started coming in, they destroyed every structure that represented Africa's civilization. I like the funny story in Zimbabwe where the British general, this was in the early 1900s, I think late 1800s, comes and finds the city of Zimbabwe and finds it so magnificent, made of marble and stone.
Yeah.
He destroys it, but it's too big. He can't really destroy it because other historians are like, what are you doing? This is history.
That's Benin?
In Zimbabwe, the great city of Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Then he says, no, this was built by ancient white people.
Wow.
And they did that. So that's how you find they burnt every history of Africa's books. Ethiopia was writing from the time of before Christ.
Ethiopia is also an interesting topic to look at. Okay, so I was talking of the United States as one of the superpowers. There's the UK, there's France, Germany, and Canada. That is the Western region. So they are re-entering Africa to secure green minerals. That is for mostly renewable energy and manufacturing.
Now, you know what they mean by green minerals? They're basically looking for cobalt, manganese, zinc, uranium can also be used, gold, and platinum. Guess where these things are?
Mostly here.
We are in the phase of electric cars. There is no electric cars without Africa. There is no electric cars without Congo or Zambia. Yes. Lithium.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's why they are rushing. What annoys me is our Afkamba come through. Come through and just say, guys, we're going to will buy this mine.
No, they can't come through like
but
that.
they keep using child labor. This is where
No. See, let me cut you short. They can't come out like that.
Sure.
Their interest is on themselves. So when they come to you, they present a deal. The problem is that our skolongingo. Our skolongingo, when they come,
Scopo.
when they come and present themselves to say we want this, where is our skolongingo? Where is it operating from?
Yeah.
That's what baffles me. You can't blame them. They are business oriented. Their interest is on themselves. So you can't tell them they need to come. Oh, I have no. For you now, it's where you plan yourself and say, you know what? Okay, we hear you. This is our stance.
This is where I have a suggestion. Even when I stand, if nobody does this, when I stand for presidency, I'll run on this.
Be first lady.
See, here's what I'll do, and I think I've had conversations with intellectuals about this, with professors, with political scientists. Here's what I'll do. First and foremost, we need to introduce a subject in grade 4 called our minerals and how to process them.
Wasn't there like a piece of that in Our World? Remember that book?
You are learning about the Andes Mountains and the Atlas Mountains that have
Wasn't
nothing
there something
to do.
Minerals in there?
No.
I missed that book. It was a grade 7.
It was a terrible book. Okay. Now, we introduce a subject called our minerals and their value in grade 4, where we teach and this subject continues to grade 12. You understand? Where we teach our children what minerals we have in our country, their value, and how to process them, and what we can make out of them. You understand? What that will do is it will teach our children from a young age patriotism, number one, to say, this is my home has this amount of value. Number 2, it will teach our children to explore the minerals that we have, because they will know, okay, these are the minerals that I have. I can do this with them. What else can I do? Number 3, it will teach our children to run the bureaucratic and business aspect of the side of minerals with integrity, honor, and social conscience. Instead of, he said, but if you learn about, I'll shamelessly say this. I didn't know there's a subject about mining until I got to Unda.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, you can study mining?
Is it the school of mining?
Yes. Yeah. But if we do this, we raise our children from day one, trust me, within like 20 years, we'll change the face of this country, because no investor will come to say, I can give you this money, just put those, I know what to do, We, instead of exporting copper to China or wherever, where some British, whatever, depending on how they are feeling about our president or our ambassador that day, they decide the price, then they process it and send us Cat 6 cable back or electric cables back that we get to buy. We ourselves will be like, you know what? We are not giving you what you want. We've been studying this from the 4th grade. From the time I was 9 years old, I've been studying this. I will make the wire. Come get the wire. If you don't want, someone else will get the wire.
Yeah, so just to talk about the United States, back to the global race for Africa's minerals. So the United States launched the Mineral Security Partnership, that is to reduce reliance on China and develop mines in countries like Zambia, DRC, and Namibia. Then France also now continues relying on issues of uranium from Niger, but that is also becoming difficult.
They have been kicked out already.
Yeah. And Europe, in this case, seeks African lithium, the issue of green energy, cobalt and graphite to meet its Green Deal targets. And then, so their motivation, the Western powers, is to reduce dependence on China and guarantee access to
that has nothing to do with us.
Resources. Yes.
It's like, like, what the hell?
Yeah, but then we've got China as well from the Asian part. So it's the largest trading with Africa.
Can I be fair
Yeah.
in this instance?
Mm.
I prefer that relationship with China.
I also
Because
agree.
this is what Chinese have done, and I'm speaking from my experience.
Mm.
I know Africans that didn't know how to do anything concerning engineering, that people like me had to train.
Yeah.
When the Chinese come in, the Chinese will build, bring in equipment, and they'll teach the Africans how to be entrepreneurs. This is an equipment. This is how you fix it. This is how you do what. And it's a mutual thing. There's a level of respect. With the Chinese, the way you present yourself is how they treat you.
Yeah.
There is a mutual, they've come for business. I love that, and it is great.
So just to add on to that, they are coming in for those minerals that Africa has, but in exchange, they are building roads, railways, and power plants in exchange for long-term access to the raw materials. But then how about we also tell them to refine these things in Africa?
What I would say is, since they are building, right? They need to start now expanding that infrastructure into like the refining and material or rather raw material processing plants.
Because what are we benefit? Of course, we have stable roads, railways, and what, but are those things creating jobs at a very low percentage? Because when it comes to building roads, it's a contractual period. Look at the Ndola carriageway that is being built.
This nightmare.
They have contracted people, isn't it? They've employed Zambians who are working, but that is only for a specific period. When this road ends, those who are working there ceases to have anything.
Well, here's what I'll say to that. While they are working, they better take their monkey asses to school and improve themselves. They shouldn't just drink.
Yeah.
It's a starting point. This is how God blesses.
Same as the railways and power plants.
Yeah.
They'll just build them. Of course, there'll be issues of maintenance. But maintenance, very few people will be employed to do that.
Yes.
So how about we have a long-lasting processing of these raw materials? And that will create now jobs here.
I agree.
Okay. Then we have the other players. We've got India as well is coming through. What does India have?
My flyover.
What?
My flyover bridge of Mursak. I'm not really, because here's the thing. India is, if we let me look at this from like a global perspective, because I read these journals. India is not just playing like a ticket for Africa. India is building relationships with everyone.
Oh.
So for now, now in Zambia, we can't really point at something and say, "Oh, India is doing that." Until then, I guess.
So what are they doing exactly?
I have no idea.
What benefit are we getting from this? Yeah, same as the Western people. Apart from them coming to get the Tuman, no, those are Arabs, right? That are coming to Tembas,
They're a mixture.
Also, yeah. Anyway, but so there's India also. Russia on a lower level.
I want them to be heavily involved because Russia is giving our people brilliant scholarships. We want someone on a ticket to at magnet in Russia.
So all these people are coming to Africa to take the raw materials. And of course, we are getting very little as benefit from what they extract from our region. But to talk about the last topic, saying we are also not just sitting idle, there's also some little tiny activities that Africa is doing. At continental level, let me start. We've got African Mining Vision, which was established in 2009.
By who?
That is quite a long time.
Who established that?
Well, I don't know who established it, but it was adopted by the African Union.
That useless entity?
That one, yes.
African Union is a failure of a body.
Yeah, because from 2009.
There is war in Sudan. What the hell is African Union doing it? Christians are getting murdered in Nigeria. What the hell is African Union doing it? In Tanzania, we had. Yes, in Tanzania, we had the Muslim woman who forced herself onto a.
But they congratulated that woman.
That's my point.
Yeah.
That entity is a useless entity. They need to close it down and open a bar or go drink some whiskey there. It's a useless entity.
So here they go.
Nah, they can keep their goal.
Let me just tell you, their goal was to transform Africa's mineral sector into an engine for sustainable growth.
Congratulations, Inji
and
Ntamulapanga.
structural transformation.
No, I hate that entity. Them, at least UNICEF limwera tola kwa porridge.
Yeah, they come.
African Union, useless.
Do they even donate when there's a war?
I don't even know who's the fucking chair right now.
Do we have an army that is for the African
No.
Union? Or how do they even work?
It's a bunch of old people who are one step in their graves who go and talk about the future that they'll never be a part of.
So therefore they have got nothing to talk about.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what they is.
Useless entity.
Okay, but to proceed, yeah. We have got the African Green Minerals Strategy developed between 2023 and 2024.
No, I heard that from Abena Nzovu. They mentioned that.
Yeah. Well, I hope they're doing something. So it's led by the African Union Commission and the African Development Bank.
ADB is the one running that.
Yes.
Otherwise, African Union, you are useless.
Yeah.
Challenge me. What have you done?
Give them some peace.
Peace have been existing for all this time. What peace? My continent is on fire at the African Union.
Then we also have the African Continental Free Trade Area.
Yeah, that one is actually oncoming. That's why they are trying to build the corridor that will come from like northwestern. By the way, Zambians, if you really want to make money, read about the corridor, go buy land that side. Trust me, in the next 5 to 10 years,
Where is the
you make
corridor?
money. The trade corridor that will be coming from like Angola, northwestern, comes all the way and comes to Lusaka and proceeds to Malawi, Tanzania, and who are these diamond boys? Botswana.
What's the purpose of that corridor?
It's like they're making a business highway now. So even our fuel, very soon our fuel will be coming from that side.
Oh.
I think by the time we start mining our own LPG, we'll be getting from that side as well.
Oh.
It's a beautiful endeavor.
I see. That's great. But then there are also some country level efforts. Like, for example, we've got Zambia in 2022. I don't know how far that is. They signed an agreement that is between Congo and Zambia.
Oh yeah, to do the whole
to establish a joint battery and
yeah.
chain.
That one is still en route, but you know how a country is different from a house.
Yeah.
In this house, I can say, immediately.
It works.
But in a country, there is so many technical minutiae, so it takes a bit of time.
Sometimes I feel even the attitude that also, let's not cancel it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other issue has got to do with Zimbabwe banning export of raw lithium. That's
a good idea.
So the companies have been told to build refineries.
That is a brilliant idea
in the country. I hope it's working.
No, for me, I hope it won't be run by greedy idiots.
Yeah. This Ramaphosa is Zimbabwe, right?
Yes.
I hope he's doing something.
No, he did what he had to do.
Ramaphosa is Zimbabwe?
Yes. No. Cyril Ramaphosa is South Africa. He's the one who's held as a crook by people who don't want him.
Oh. The one for Zimbabwe is who? I've forgotten his name.
You know what's funny? My mind is saying Morgan Shangarai, but I know it's not him.
Shangarai is in Amutarika is Malawi.
Yeah, we'll remember him.
Then so Namibia also restricted exports of unprocessed critical minerals like lithium.
Mayo Achirimba.
Yes, that was in 2023. But Mayo came in. Mayo came in. Namibian president.
Recently, the female one.
So maybe it could be the man from the we congratulate.
No, but she's still holding it.
To that, yes, that's the good part.
You have to give credit when you carry the vision.
The vision of somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also have South Africa who put up policies that looks at beneficiation in terms of these minerals benefiting the local people of South Africa. So they've come up with a beneficiation policy in which they are encouraging.
Is that a word?
Beneficiation, apparently, yes.
It's a word.
Beneficiation, sorry. Okay. Beneficiation policies. So they're encouraging refining of minerals such as platinum, chrome, and manganese. Okay, so locally that is Africa. Botswana also?
Oh, finish, and I'll make my point.
Okay, so Botswana in this case increased Botswana's profit share and local diamond processing.
Now, can I give you a small observation? You've mentioned, I think, 5 countries, right?
Yeah.
All producing 5 different minerals.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the value of Africa. And not you tuntinti.
That word.
You mean that.
So the last one, Morocco, they have expanded phosphate processing into, because they are the ones with a lot of phosphorus, I think.
Yes.
Which is used for producing fertilizer and so on.
Mountains.
Yeah. So they have become a global fertilizer supplier, actually. So the processing is done in the country. So those are some of the, ways of retaining some of the minerals that the country are engaging themselves in.
That's those are, aside from AU, I'm on board.
Yeah.
But close that useless entity down.
You know what? That Lini Ngugi. She was also talking about the uselessness
of AU, right?
Of AU.
It's useless.
That people just go to, I don't know where the headquarters is, but
nobody cares.
When these African leaders go at the AU summit, they just go there. Only God knows what they talk about, and they just meet there. After they are done, take photos at the building.
It's a useless entity.
Yeah, but then there's also regional collaborations. So of course, according to there's SADC, who are working at regional mining.
Shout out to SADC for condemning the deaths and the fake presidency of Tanzania.
Did. Oh, they did?
Absolutely.
Oh wow. There's also ECOWAS that is representing.
They've been around for a while.
Yes. I wonder what they've been doing.
It's like Eastern African Economic something.
Yeah. I wonder, aren't they just in the same line as the AU, the ECOWAS?
No, they've actually they've done very well when it comes to facilitating trader mines like Kenya, Tanzania, Malawi, going all the way up that side, Uganda, They're very good.
Then there is also the East African Community, which is also promoting joint investment in processing plants for minerals like gold and tin. So those are some of the collaborations and of course engagements that the African region at country level, at regional level as well, that the continent is engaging itself in. Yeah. So I think that comes to the end. I hope
before we end this, my plea and my hope to Africans is that we need to reach a point where we recognize what we have. We are the strongest people on this earth. We have the best continent. Yes. They've lied to us that Africa is small. Africa is massive.
Yeah, even on the map issue, I think.
I've been to a southern province where I saw a kid playing with an amethyst stone, right? Didn't even realize that it was a valuable stone. Really? The people I was with were like, yo, it. Mama. They gave the boy a 10 kwacha. Yeah. That guy ended up selling that stone for about $700, I think, if not $600.
What?
Yeah. We are so blessed that sometimes it frustrates me, and I've begun to understand the Ghanaian philosopher who wanted to just kill himself out because of frustration with African ignorance. The biggest emerald ever mined on earth, this is information. The biggest emerald ever mined on earth went and got sold for over $400 million. Came from here, Zambia, Pandola.
Yeah.
The biggest ever. You can Google this. You can find this everywhere. My wish is I would like for Zambians to reach a point where throw away the nonsense, throw away the veil. I'm not saying throw away God, but throw away the lies that they tell you. You understand? You are blessed with a continent that has everything. Teach your children. Even the Bible says, my people suffer because of what?
Lack of knowledge.
We need to reach that point where all of us, and not the small scale, how we can process it, build it. But after we do that, we need our government leaders to be honest, have integrity. We need to reach a point where if you are in government, when it comes to the people of Zambia in terms of minerals and in reference to the minerals, if you are in government, you have to understand you serve the people. I don't care what you do, but make the people priority, meaning every policy that you make, especially with our precious minerals, whom our forefathers have been sitting on and were born here and, have inherited. Your job as the person sitting as president or minister or wherever, make the policy that benefits the people. If they come to mind, we have the resources. They don't. You've got China that will help you set up factories. Tell them to set them up. Empower your people. This is our time. We don't want to be old men looking at our grandchildren going, yeah, I knew about Inani Kane, manganese, na cobalt. No. That time has passed.
That'll be you.
I'll be an awesome grandparent. I intend to buy my grandson his first bottle of whiskey. However, I digress. We need to reach that point. And I'll just advise every Zambian youth, go. Just read about your minerals. Don't do Ifyamunguri Forest.
Yeah, there's a lot of umongolo also these days. People are not reading, people are not and this I like Ngogi these days. Because you know what she said, not so I was about to say what she told me, because I'm now personalizing it.
You should.
You know what she said? She was like, another form of colonization that has come. I think even Traore also mentioned it. Another form of colonization that has come is social media.
Distraction.
Distraction, yes.
Not to call naula, but to chimpwena.
Bami bikafe chimpwena looking. So you go dance, do all nonsense. Now go and say, like Jesus, where are morals? So they are coming like that, creating all these platforms for you to concentrate on. But meanwhile, privately, they are coming in your countries and going to areas, mining studying, taking all these things to their regions, leaving their countries better than it came.
Yeah.
Yet us, all remain with is.
And lastly, can I put a bit of responsibility on us? We as intellectuals, we also need to stop showing our asses and dancing on TikTok and Facebook. Perhaps if we start churning out content like this,
yes.
And those of us who are in engineering, how to make things, have you seen Chinese TikTok?
It's all about what are they doing? What are they manufacturing? Some experiments, some sports. I love sports. You've seen the Tumatani. It's bouncing the back. Number hours. Anyway, anything? We're close. Thank you. So that has been Minerals in Africa. I hope you've learned something. Please, this is not just for fun. We are here to educate one another. So please, we would just request or ask that if you found this, which I know you did find this to be quite interesting, and therefore we are requesting that you go and subscribe on our YouTube channel. It's QM Files.
QM Files on Facebook, QM Files on YouTube.
Yes, please go there and subscribe and like the content that we bring to you. If, of course, you've got any suggestions of topics that you would want us to talk about, you can bring them on board. So this has been the QM Files with Mr. Buba.
We love Africa. We love everything about Africa. So
that's why we are.
We're here for you. Suggest something, we'll research it if we don't know it already.